guys, what's up? Welcome to the DMaxStore YouTube channel. Let's get going. Hey guys, what is going on? It is me, DMaxStore here, and I know it has been a long time since I have had a video come out on this channel. I'd have to look it up, but I know it's probably been over a month because, well, life. Being a college student and trying to do things on the side is hard enough, and my girlfriend and I we're moving to a new place, so that's got us all up and you know, all screwed up. Hopefully we'll be settled in the next couple weeks, and then you know, we can get some good content rolling in. Anyway, let's get on to the topic of today's video. The steering stabilizer on this truck. Now, after I did the zone video, I actually had a snippet at the end that was kind of describing the stabilizer that I had, and that I had purchased, I mean. And, well, I'll just roll that now. So, when I did the diff drop, I actually had to take the steering stabilizer off for the center link, and when I did, I tested it, and it was like, easy, no problem there. So my steering stabilizer, I thought, had been bad for a while, but it hadn't been that big of an issue. And it was also leaking fluid after I took it off. So yeah, I know it's bad now. So what this actually is BDS's dual steering stabilizer kit. It's going to replace the factory one. I started to go with just a regular factory one because this one may be overkill, but I like overkill. Basically what it is, this is the kit. You've got these two brackets. Yeah, these two brackets that bolt. You take the lower control arm nuts off, put these on, put the nuts back, and that is one side of the shock, and then this connects to your center link, and you bolt the shock, oh, excuse me, connects like this, and you bolt the shocks down here, and thus you have your steering stabilizer. This is the shock. It's BDS's NX2s. I already pressed in the bushings and everything. It doesn't come pre-done. I wish they did, but they don't. Just a regular, you know, regular BDS shock. It's nothing special. There's two of them. Same thing in that box. But so, as you can see, BDS dual stabilizer kit. Very, very nice kit. I was very pleased with the quality. The brackets were nice. The instructions were good. I had no complaints with the kit itself. And then I started to put it on and all. Now, let me show you the first big problem I had trying to install a steering stabilizer. Now, if any of y'all have ever changed a steering stabilizer on a Chevrolet pickup such as this one, you know what a hassle it can be. And it was kind of funny because I didn't think it was going to be that bad, and yeah, it was a problem. That getting that old stabilizer out was a problem. But let me just show you what I did. Do it. I did it. Holy crap. Well, there's the ticket, guys. Rent yourself one of those, pop it right out. As you can see from that video there, I had to use a pitman arm puller to get it out. I had to use it was a large one is what they called it. I actually rented a whole kit from Advance, and I had to use that one. That was the only one that would fit up in there, and then get over the steering center link and get around that bolt, because it's just a through bolt on the front side of that steering stabilizer. On the passenger side, it's got basically a stud on it, and there's a nut on top. Well, getting the nut off is easy enough. You got to get the truck cocked kind of just right to get that bolt positioned out of the way of the oil pan and all, so that you can actually get a wrench up there and get it. You can kind of come in from the side, take that wheel well liner out and come in, but there's no easy way to get to it. Those transmission lines are right in the way too. You kind of have to push them out of the way, but you can do it. It's not that hard. The problem was you can't get it out. Once you get that nut out of there, you can't get in there to beat on it. A pickle fort doesn't work because it's actually a bushing in the steering stabilizer. There's a bushing, and the bolt is flat on both sides, so to hold that bushing in, I guess. And if you try to put a pickle fork in there, which I tried to do and had no luck with it, it actually gets between the bushing and that flat space, so you're really not accomplishing anything by beating on it that way and prying on it. But the pivot arm puller worked like a charm, popped it right out of there. The other side's pretty easy. You just take that nut and bolt out, and then just take a screwdriver or pry bar or something and just pop it right out. It came out easy. In fact, I took that side out probably 3 times in attempts to get the other side out, but finally made it work, and that's the way to do it. So from there came installing the new parts, the new BDS dual steering stabilizer kit, and for the most part, it went pretty well. As I'll show you in this video, how to get the outside ends on was really easy. You just take that bottom control arm nut off, put the bracket on, put the nut right back. Alright, so it goes outside. If you can see that at all, I doubt it, but who knows. And you just put it back on the factory bolt and let her rip, tater chip. And so you do that on both sides, and then voila, the outside's in. The problem I had was the center link, the center bracket for the stabilizer kit that went on the center link. It didn't fit. Now, it fit the center link perfectly. The bracket, you know, bolted up to it just right. The U-bolts went on the outside, you know, around it and everything like that. The problem I had was when I put that bracket on the center link, I couldn't get it straight. I couldn't get it up and down, and I'll put some pictures in to show you. It was actually hitting my oil pan, and can't have that, you know, turning and all that, and just vibrations. That's going to wear a hole in the oil pan. So I thought, well, that's strange, and I thought, I read in the instructions and all, it said for stock or lifted applications. And if you lift these trucks, I'm sure, as you know, most kits, just about every kit I've ever seen is a knuckle drop kit. So it actually has a longer steering knuckle, but the steering stays in the same place. It's pretty much stays straight. You don't have like a steering drop. It doesn't drop the steering box any. It doesn't drop the tie rods any. It doesn't drop the connection points at all. It just drops the subframe under it, and that's where you get your lift from. So in stock or lifted form with these trucks, that stabilizer should fit, no problem, and that makes sense. And I had talked to somebody, I think I went to Custom Trucks, which is a local outfitter out here in Auburn, and they were helpful. I don't want to talk bad about them, but you know, I called them, I think, and somebody said, I'm not sure if it'll work on because I have the 3-inch lift now, basically, and they were like, I don't know if it'll work on that. Well, it will. I mean, we talked about it, and he agreed with me that it doesn't drop anything. So confirmed that, and they told me to get in touch with BDS, and so I did. I called BDS. I emailed BDS too, but I called him and got in touch with somebody. I can't remember his name, but he was extremely helpful. I went back and forth with him for a couple weeks on this because we were trying to figure out what was wrong. I bought this kit. It was about a $150 kit, so it's really good for a dual stabilizer. I wanted BDS, no fine print warranty. BDS, in my eyes, is one of the best in the business. So I went with them, and their customer service was excellent. It's definitely going to make me want BDS parts in the future. Anyway, so I talked to him. He was like, oh, wow, that's weird. You know, it doesn't fit. I'm trying to remember what happened. He asked me to send him pictures. So I sent him some pictures of the stabilizer and how it was, you know, how it was hitting and where it was hitting and all that bracket and all. And he said, you know, he'll get back to me. And we got back up, and he said he talked to the technicians, and he said while he was showing one of the technicians and asking questions and things like that, he said another one walked by and said that looked like a 11 and up truck, because the 01 to 10s are pretty much the same subframe. I think as far as steering and control arms and tie rods and all that. They're all the same. In 2011, I think that's when they bumped up to the LML. They changed a lot of stuff. So he said that looks like a 2011 by the oil pan. It's not. It's a 2006. It's an LBZ truck. The tunes wouldn't work if it was an LML engine. So it's an LBZ truck, and as far as I know, stock motor, I mean, everything is just as it came from the factory. I don't know why this oil pan is different. There was never any record of this oil pan being changed. It's not aftermarket, it's GM. It has GM markings in it, so it is a GM oil pan. If somebody changed it before me, then they put in a newer version oil pan. Don't know why, because if it's lower, it doesn't make any sense, because it still has the same 2.5 gallon capacity. So they didn't gain anything, and I don't know why they would have changed it. I guess I just have a freak truck that has a different oil pan. I don't know if it was a package. I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't have the spec sheet on this truck. As far as the Carfax go, no major engine work. No shops did anything except routine maintenance. And by what we saw, the guy that had this truck took it to a shop to get the oil changed and things like that. So it wasn't like a do-it-yourselfer, put a new oil pan on it. It doesn't, at least to me, it doesn't seem like. So it was really weird. It was very strange. And we went back and forth, and he was talking to some technicians that they had and trying to see if we could make something work. Now, I think I could have made it work. I think I could have shaved the top of that bracket a little and bent the bracket a little and make it, I think I could have made it work. However, it was a $150 kit, and if I did that and messed it up and all that, well, then they're not gonna, there was no chance of them taking it back. So I wanted to make sure that the kit was just as it came. And so I wasn't willing to cut it or shave it or alter it in any way, because I didn't want them to come back and say, you know, that I had done it and that's the reason it won't fit. So I didn't try to make it fit. Anyway, went back and forth, and like I said, this went on for over a couple weeks. I mean, I wasn't in any rush. You know, they were taking their time, which is fine. I mean, like I said, I wasn't in any rush, so, you know, and obviously it's a weird case. They said they went out and looked at a employee's truck, said she had an 07 LBZ, said it looks just like their pictures, looks just like the instructions they have. So they can't figure out why mine is different. I'm not surprised to have something weird going on with my truck. It happens all the time. Anyway, so went back and forth, and eventually they told me, you know, we can't find a way that we can make this work. We're sorry that you got this product and it doesn't work. You ordered the right product for the right application, and we're sorry it doesn't work. Since it was installed, they don't do returns. And I was like, oh great, you know, he's telling me that I'm gonna be out $150 and no steering stabilizer. Well, BDS did really good by me. They did something that I would argue they didn't have to do, but it's customer service above and beyond. They agreed that they would take it back as a customer service something. I don't know how they did it, but they agreed they'd take it back. I shipped it back to a real truck who I bought it from, and basically I got my money back. BDS took the product back, said, you know, we're sorry it didn't work for your application. It was the right one and everything, but, you know, we'll make it right. We'll take it back. And I was like, and I thought, great, awesome. So after that, I called Custom Trucks and ordered a single stabilizer. It said OEM replacement stabilizer. I said, all right, OEM replacement. Go bolt right in the front, bolt right in the back. Poof, there we go. So I ordered it. Waited a couple days. They got it in. I went and picked it up. I looked. It bolts in on one side, but on the other side it clips to the center link. I said, great. So I took it back and I said, you know, I don't know that it's not going to fit. I said, I haven't tried to put it on. I took it out of the box, looked at it, and then put it right back in. It may fit, it may work, but without being able to guarantee that, I don't want to take that chance and go through the same stuff that we've already just gone through. I said, so I'm going to return it to them, and they took it back, and you know, I thought it was going to be just like an OEM replacement. So After that, we actually had a truck show coming up that I was going to go to, Alabama Truck Meet here. Unfortunately, a friend of mine got in a really bad wreck, and so we ended up not going in case we had to be somewhere or something. So I was in a rush though, and I wanted to get a stabilizer on this truck before I drove 50 miles to Montgomery. Now, I've been driving it back and forth and all that, but this truck was a handful without it. With these 305s on it, it being a mud tire, they were kind of squishy. It was not fun. So I wanted to put a stabilizer on it quick. I was gonna go with a Bilstein, but like I said, I was in a rush. I decided that I didn't want to wait. I ended up ordering from O'Reilly's a Rancho replacement. I've read good things about the Rancho. I don't remember what the part number is. I'll throw it up here on the screen if I can find it. But I wanted a Bilstein, but I decided that the Rancho was probably good enough. It was every bit as good. From everything that I read, everybody loves the Bilsteins better, but the Rancho is no slouch either. It's not a positive displacement piston, which I think people said the Bilstein was. Doesn't make sense for a steering stabilizer to me, because it's pushing one way, but it's resisting the other way. Well, a stabilizer needs to resist both ways. So the Rancho is that way. It's not a positive displacement. There's no force one way or the other. If you just stick it somewhere, it stays that length. Came with the boot and all that on it. Looks just like the red and white Rancho shot. Stuck it in, fit no problems. I think it was like 75 bucks. So that's what I'm running now, and it made a huge difference in the way the truck drives. I hate that I ran without one for so long. I know I didn't need a dual stabilizer, but if I was going to go ahead and spend $100 on the stabilizer, what's another $50 to get a dual? I mean, these are only 33s, but one day I figured I'd probably go lift it and go up a little more, so it wouldn't hurt anything to have a dual stabilizer on there. So that's my story on the steering stabilizer. Big shout out to BDS. They went above and beyond as far as customer service went. Everybody's always said that their customer service is, like they say, no fine print warranty, no questions asked. They tried to help me make the product work as best they could, but it wouldn't work. I don't know why my truck is weird, but like I said, I'm not shocked by it. Anyway, that's all for now. Like I said, once we get settled in the next couple weeks, hopefully I'll be able to get a more consistent upload schedule. Thanks again, guys, for 100 subscribers. I think we're up to like 127 now, and that's just crazy. I can't believe there's over 100 of you that enjoy watching this kind of stuff. I mean, I do this just because trucks are what I enjoy, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy what I'm trying to do here. If you guys have any questions or concerns, or had any difficulties like this, has your oil pan hit a dual stabilizer or something? I mean, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. I hope you enjoy this, and look forward to more with you guys. But until then, please like this video. Follow me on Instagram at DMaxBrax. I'll probably put it like right up here somewhere. I don't know. No, maybe I'll put it over here. How about that? DMaxBrax on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's an ever-growing family. I enjoy doing this, and I can tell you guys do too. So until the next time, guys, y'all take it easy, and we'll see you then. Bye.